Hello and welcome to Case Closed. I'm Charlie Langton, your host. We'll soon go inside an actual courtroom in the Warren District Court to see a real small claims case in action. Now, under Michigan law, small claims cases may be brought by individuals seeking $3,000 in damages or less. Neither side may be represented by an attorney in small claims court, and the judge's decision is final. Now, let's take a look at the case of the kooky computer.
Thirty-seventh District Court's in session. Judge Schmer presiding. Please remove your hats and shut off your cell phones.
Okay, this is your case, Mr. Steininger. Please tell me what happened.
In December of '06, I was in the defendant's computer shop. He was doing some work on a computer that I had some problems with. At that time, I mentioned to him that I was interested in replacing and getting a new computer, and he told me that, well, he could build one for me. I had some concerns about it, so we discussed whatever different things that I wanted it to do.
What kind of concerns did you have?
Well, as far as that it would operate correctly, normally I was thinking of going with Dell.
Okay.
They're a professional company that would do things like that. He was telling me, well, he can build a custom unit that was going to be better than that, more reliable and upgradable and so on and so forth, a list of promises that he made.
A whole bunch of stuff.
A whole bunch of stuff, basically, yes, Your Honor. I told him that I wanted to put a TV card in it so I can watch TV on a computer and also capture video. And I told him I had a Comcast cable system at the house from which I wanted to get the signal from. And the main reason I really wanted him to build a computer for me, because this was at the time when then Vista was coming out.
And what was coming out?
The new operating system, Vista.
Oh, Vista, the new one, right,
Sorry.
right.
But I had a bunch of old programs, and I use them for business and personal things. And I still wanted to keep a lot of my old programs, and I asked him, well, would they, could he build a machine that was forward compatible in case I ever did want to go to Vista, but...
Forward compatible. I was waiting for you to use one of these computer terms that I didn't understand, and you finally did. What does that mean?
That meant that if I did install Vista at a later date, the computer will be able to accept the newer operating system.
All right. What operating system did you have? Or
XP Professional.
Okay. Was that the operating system that was on the computer when you got it?
It was my operating system that he installed.
I see. Go ahead.
And that's the operating, and the concern was that my older programs would be able to run on this computer. He says that if they ran on my old computer, they would have, they should run on the new computer. Right from the start, when we got it, when I got there, there was a dent in the case. I thought it was a small issue as long as the machine worked fine. I really wasn't concerned with it at the time. I guess it should have been a warning sign, but I didn't see it that way. It had problems right when we got there. Things didn't start working. Most particularly the TV tuner.
The TV tuner, you said?
There's a TV tuner in the computer.
All right.
Where you can click on it, access a TV signal, and watch TV or record it off of the whatever signal you're getting. And main reason I wanted that also is for capturing videos. I do many school projects for my kids. They're in a Science Olympiad and several different events, so I edited different stuff together, which was one of the reasons I wanted to upgrade a computer to be able to do that. That was the reason for the TV card, and it was one of the things it was supposed to be able to do. To this day, I haven't done a single thing with that. I've tried many times, but I haven't been able to do that.
Well, I guess I'm still not sure what exactly was wrong. I mean, it would boot up. I take it
the machine would boot up. Most of the time it would work. It would have random access memory errors type things. When you try to do something, you get these strange messages which I didn't understand. You could shut it down, turn it back on, and usually it would come back on.
I remember those fatal exception errors I used to get in Windows 98.
Right, but this is on a brand new machine. In either case, the computer never really performed that would give me any kind of confidence. It functions, but it's kind of like you get in your car and you turn the key and you're not sure if it's going to start or not. You kind of jiggle a little bit, kick the tires, shake the carburetor or whatever, and hope it starts. You buy a brand new car, you wouldn't expect that.
All right.
In either case, they weren't equipped with any kind of a cable signal at the shop, so we were playing there with rabbit ears, trying to get a signal to so I could show him what problem I was having, so he could deal with it. If it doesn't work at first, try and try again.
Now, is this with all the programs or just the TV card? Or
the TV card is mainly the one that has the major problem with it. That one, every single time I access it, it locks up. As a matter of fact, I have a video of it. They wouldn't let me bring the camera. I took a video of it this morning. They wouldn't let me bring the digital camera
That's
in
all right,
to show
yeah,
the
we
video. As soon as I click it, I can show you, it goes to what it's supposed to do. It takes a little while, but it goes through the process, and then the screen locks up in the black and white distorted picture. Now, if I go through it again several times, I can get it to work, and the picture's not that great, but it does work, eventually.
Now, I don't have a TV card in my computer. I'm still not sure what the TV card is supposed to do.
It's kind of like having you know how you have a tuner on a VCR?
Yes.
It's essentially the same thing for the computer, and it puts a TV picture. The tuner is just a part that tunes into different channels, and it sends a signal to the monitor.
So you can watch TV on your
You can watch
computer
TV.
wirelessly, right?
Well, it's hooked up through the cable,
Oh, I see.
just like a TV set would be, or a
Oh,
VCR
okay.
would be.
I see, I see.
And that's what hooks up to the TV card.
Okay, so you can watch if you get cable TV,
Any
you can watch
cable
any
TV.
channel that you subscribe to, you can watch on that computer?
Correct. Just like if you would, or even a regular TV, if you had it hooked, it even has the provisions for a regular TV antenna.
All
You
right.
select between cable or TV antenna, that type of stuff. It basically turns your TV or computer monitor into a TV. And you
Okay.
can watch it in the corner, watch the news while you're working, that type of stuff.
Okay.
And on top of that, the most important part, which I wanted to do with it, was to be able to download videos and video capture stuff. In other words, if I had a camcorder and I wanted to download it and edit it in the computer,
right.
this was the card to use to input the information and to put it in
So if
there.
you go on a vacation and you shoot some video, you want to,
More importantly for me, my kids were in Science Olympiad, and they usually win medals, and I wanted to put different, and I did put different presentations. I ended up having to do it on somebody else's computer. I had to borrow somebody else's computer to try to do some of that stuff, which was a lot of aggravation.
all right.
But in either case, I did some of that, and even put some stuff together for Channel 6, a local cable channel out in Washington where I live.
Okay.
So they aired stuff on it. This year, I actually didn't even get that put on there because the computer was just giving me so much trouble. I just didn't want to bother people with it. In the previous year, I was trying to do that and spent countless hours, but that's not really part of the case. That's just water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned. There's some audio jacks right in the front of the computer case. They don't work, period. He got them to work at the shop a couple times, but then the rear jacks didn't work. Well, I need the rear jacks to hook up the speakers and whatever else I hook up to, so, you know, again, it's like one of those things that it's a sign of problems with the machine. I paid to have all these things working correctly, and they don't. The output was for the TV tuner. One of the things I wanted to do is also output whatever I had on a computer. I wanted to output it to a TV through a regular cable, like you'd have your regular cable that comes in from Comcast or something.
You mean?
And there were like two
you mean
jacks on the
watch
back.
like video that you have on your computer through the TV?
Correct.
Jeez.
Well, that still can be done by hooking up, but you have to hook it up through like an S-video connection. But when he showed me a picture of the card that we
A
were
lot
going
more
to get,
technologically savvy than I am, that's for sure. Go ahead.
I do have some knowledge of this, but, you know, and actually I probably could have put the machine together, but I didn't feel I had the expertise to actually work out all the bugs. I was concerned with that. That's why I hired the defendant. He's the professional in this, and he's supposed to put all this stuff together. And you can imagine by now, you can tell that I probably asked him a million questions.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, you know, I spent all kinds of time, even at the computer store, you know, with them, trying to work it out, trying to show them what was going on. I didn't want them to just guess at it. You know, I was concerned, and I wanted to get this thing fixed.
TV turners, TV jacks, audio jacks. I don't know what he's talking about other than the plaintiff is really saying that he hired the defendant to build a computer. And the defendant didn't do it. Let's see if the defendant agrees.
Mr. Evans, your turn. What do you have to say?
When he came in with his computer, we repaired his older computer, and yes, I did say I could build him a better computer, which was open architecture, which he said that he wanted.
Open architecture.
Open architecture is a computer that has components in it that can be switched out, as far as the CPU, the memory,
All right.
things. At that time, sound card, video card. What is being made in the industry now, what they call multi-configurated machines, which everything is built into one board. It does not have what they call a BIOS chip for every component that it works in the unit. Open architecture allows you to have a separate component, which is called a BIOS chip, to run these different components in the machine. That's what open architecture is. All right, open architecture is not used now by today's industry because it's a costly piece of equipment to put together.
Mr. Steininger came to you and said he wanted you to build him a computer. Is that what you agreed to do?
Yes, sir, I did agree to build him a computer.
Okay. And you also had some repair on another computer?
Yes, sir.
That's not part of this case?
No.